Hello, welcome back. Now we're going to start learning about loops. Loops are basically used to execute a bunch of statements more than once. Instead of entering those statements multiple times, we will just specify them once, but the loop structure will ensure that it is executed in so many number of times that we want them to be. There are several types of loops that you can create in Java. We're going to start off by creating a while loop. Let's go ahead and create a new class and name it while loop. Create our main method. So inside the main, we're going to do a program that displays numbers 1 through 10, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in different lines. Obviously, one way to do it is do a system.out.println of 1, and then you can basically repeat this code 10 times and say 1, 2, 3 through 10. That will get the job done, but that won't be very elegant. Loops basically help us do this in a simple way. And loops are not just to display things. I'm just doing this example to show how loops can simplify something like this. Let's go ahead and initialize a variable to number 1 because that's where we want the display to start. To do this in while loop, you will type while, open parenthesis. Within these parentheses, we enter a condition just like the if statement. This condition says enter every single statement in this loop until this condition is satisfied. So now the goal of this program is to display numbers 1 through 10. So we want to execute until number is less than or equal to 10. And this is how you will specify less than or equal to in Java. If you want to enter greater than or equal to, that will be this. And if you want to enter equals, as we already saw, it would be like this. Less than or equal to would be like this. And not equal to is a little different. Not equal will be like this. With an exclamation and equal means not equal. So it's just for your information. So now we want to run this loop until number is less than or equal to 10 because we want to display numbers 1 through 10. Now in here, we want to display the actual number. So let's just copy this guy or cut it and paste it here. But here instead of displaying number, we want to display, the number 1, we want to display whatever value is in the number variable, right? If you run this, let's go ahead and run it just to show you. Run as Java application. As you can see, we are constantly executing, not stopping at all. It's a simple program, but it keeps running. I'm going to stop it real quick and then explain what happened here. This is what we call an infinite loop because this type of loop never ends. Why did that happen? Because we came here, we initialized number to 1. We are going to execute until number is less than or equal to 10. So 1 is less than or equal to 10. We displayed 1. And then the way loop works is the control goes back again here. So whatever you enter within these curly braces will keep executing until this condition is true. Now since the value in number doesn't change at all, this condition is satisfied every time around and we keep displaying and the loop is infinite. We don't normally want to create infinite loops at all. It is used in some cases like games and all where you keep playing until you, for example, die or the player dies. But in general programming, we would normally not create an infinite loop. So you need to be very careful about it. It won't do anything to the computer. It just will keep running. You don't normally want to create infinite loops. So whenever you create a loop, make sure the loop will end at some point. Coming to our loop, the only way it can end is if the number goes over 10. For that to happen, we have to increment number by 1 each time. So when we run first, we'll display 1, then number will become 2, 2 will be less than or equal to 10, so we'll display 2. So we'll keep going until we get to 11, where 11 will no longer be less than or equal to 10, the loop will end at that point. Let's save it, quickly run it to see if that happens. There you go. We got the output 1 through 10. So using loop, we created something very simple that got the job done instead of repeating the same statement multiple times. That's basically the idea of loops. And as I said earlier, there are different types of loops that you can create in Java. There's just one way of doing it. In the subsequent videos, we will see the other types. Thank you. See you in the next video.